Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mr. Mike's Music Method LLC. Today, we will be doing our first ever tutorial from John Thompson's Easiest Piano Course, Part 1. I like to call it Monster Book 1, Monsters on the cover, Monsters throughout the book. We will be learning about middle C and proper technique for young hands. Okay, so I have already marked page 8. That's where the song is, on page 8. I marked all of the middle C's with a colored pencil. I colored very lightly, and I also put the letter C in front of each of these notes, as well as on the bottom I put the numbers 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Counting is super important. Let's talk about the letters first. Your piano instructor for your for your child will most likely tell you that putting the letters in is not a good idea. I completely disagree. I've been teaching for 15 years now, and at one point I was teaching 75 lessons weekly. I've seen students go from the age 5 playing Mary Had a Little Lamb all the way up to playing Rachmaninoff. So the letters do work. I take them out around the middle of book 3. But I'll explain that when we get there, okay? So again, each letter C is colored lightly with colored pencil so it can be erased. Some students may find the color method a little overwhelming because there's a different color for each letter. So please at first use colored pencil. Do not use marker. You can use crayon. Eventually you can move over to highlighters if they really feel comfortable with the colors, and those pop really brightly, orange and yellow and pink and so on, okay? So today, again, like I said, we are finding middle C on the piano. It's right here. Okay, it's usually around the name of the piano, okay? And it's found either right under the name or just before the name. So it's middle C. It's the 4th C from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is, okay? I will first demonstrate a little bit with my left hand. Because of the orientation, you can't really see my right hand, okay? So I'm going to lay my left hand flat. I'm going to lay my left thumb flat across the key, and I'm going to pick it up and put it down. Just like that. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the right hand, but first I'm going to show you what young children are likely to do, especially around age 5 and younger. Again, it depends on the student. No student learns the same way. I've been doing this for a long time, and I customize my lesson per student. I don't have a strict lesson plan because I believe that one lesson plan does not work for anybody. A lot of young students will do this. They'll take their thumb, they'll turn it upside down, and they'll go plop right on the key like that. That is really the exact opposite of what we want. Sometimes what he or she will do is they will try to play the C while grabbing the underneath part of the keyboard or piano. And sometimes they do things like this where they make a fist and they try to push their thumb down like that, and they may have their fingers way up in the air like a scared spider. But what we want is a nice curved hand and the thumb flat on the key. And I'll show you a technique to help with the motor skills in a little bit. I'm going to first demonstrate the song. Okay, so this is Let's Play with the Right Hand, John Thompson's Easiest Piano Course, Part 1 on page 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The counting really does have to be very smooth and very consistent, especially from the beginning, because counting is extremely important. In fact, learning the notes is one thing. Once you learn A through G, you know the letters, and then it repeats up and down. But learning rhythm is, in my opinion, way more intricate and way more infinite. So learning how to count from the very beginning is crucial. Now, if you're a student or child is having difficulty counting, you can clap 1, 2, 3, 4. You can tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever, you can use their feet 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever works for them. Okay. Let's talk about how to correct that. Motor skill issue. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to use the back of the book, or any book really. I lay it flat for the student. I have them put their hand on the book flat, and then I have them pick up and move their thumb like that. And I'll show you, see a little bit better with my left hand, that all the keys are lying flat and that they should practice this first, okay? Now, if a month goes by and they don't get it, okay, don't stress too much, If like 6 weeks go by, you may want to reconsider doing lessons. What might happen is that they might start to resent it, and we don't want that to happen. We want to encourage a healthy music education. It's something that can be examined maybe a half a year later, a year later, maybe 18 months later when they're a little bit older. 6.5 is still a really good age to start, trust me. Anyway, thank you for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.